So we'll start by putting an algebraic structure to this question. This is kind of a standard type of a question. So we have A and B, that distance is 45 kilometers, and Anil goes from A to B, and then Sunil goes from B to A. So they meet at exactly 1 hour 30 minutes. So I'm going to write this as 1.5 hour. Let's say they meet at this point, and I'll call the speed of Anil A so that I can keep track of it as a variable. And here S. So the distance covered by Anil would be speed times the time, so A times 1.5. And same thing, the distance covered by Sunil would be S times 1.5. And that sum has to equal to 45 kilometers. That's the total distance they have collectively covered. So that simplifies to A plus S is 30, and these speeds are in kilometer per hour. The next relationship is that they cross each other in, if Anil reaches B exactly 1 hour 15 minutes after Sunil reaches A. So let's say Sunil reaches A in T hours. So that would mean S times T is 45. His speed times the time. And then Anil would take T plus 1 hour 15 minutes, which is 1.25 hours. So if I multiply by Anil's speed, that would also need to be equal to 45. So these are my 3 equations and 3 unknown. And so at this point, when you have to solve for these variables, and this happens with all of these similar type of questions, you will get a quadratic. And sometimes it's actually easier to plug in the answer choices to find the answer. So you can either take that approach. Let me try that. So let me see if the A is 18. So there's a little bit of trial and error. So if A is 18, then S is 12. And then you have to figure out the T from this. And you can kind of use the calculator for this because we're just doing basic division, but the numbers aren't terribly nice. So 45 over 12, so 3.75, and then I would plug that in here and see, so that's 5. So A would turn out to be 9, which is not the case here, so we know that's not the answer. Let me try that. 12, this is 18, so in this case T would be 45 over 18, so 2.5, and then if I plug in 2.5 here, 2.5 plus 1.25, 45, so that's 3.75. A would turn out to be 45 divided by 3.75 is 12. So that works out. So the answer is A. So you could do it this way. It would just save you a lot of algebra. Unfortunately, I don't know of any quicker method than using the answer choices. Now, of course, the same question could come up where you had to fill in the answer. Then you wouldn't have this luxury. So what I'll do here is to try to isolate T. So here S is 45 over T, and then A is 45 over T plus 1.25. Excuse me. So this is our quadratic equation. I'm going to divide by 15. So 2. So we get 1 over T plus 1.25. So yeah, it's going to be still work. I'm going to write this as fraction. So that becomes 4 over 5T. 4 over 4T plus 5. So I'm going to do this as quickly as possible. So I might be skipping some steps. So 4T plus 5, 4T squared plus 5T, 2/3, and then 824T plus 15, 8T squared, 10T, and that becomes 14T. Our quadratic is 8T squared minus 14T minus 15 is 0. 15 times 8 is 120. And then I'm going to get rid of 20 and 6. That will give me the 14 here. So, yeah, pardon my mess here. But you should know how to do all of these steps as quickly as possible. So it factors, and you'll see since t has to be positive, we get t is 5 over 2, and then we can figure out a from that, or we can do it here. S would be 45 times 2/5, 18, and then a is 30 minus 18, which is 12. So you can see there's a lot of algebra. I just don't know if there's any faster way of doing this. At least I don't know at the moment. Perhaps there is a way, but plugging in is usually easier. But of course, if this was a where you had to type in the answer, then of course we can do any of the plug-in. So to summarize, the answer is A.